Across the country tonight and right here in the Metro East, protesters marched for Sonya Massey, the woman shot and killed by a sheriff's deputy in Springfield, Illinois. The march in East St. Louis today also commemorated a similar call for justice more than 100 years ago. First Alert 4's Alexa Zotos has that story.
The squeak of walker wheels and the patter of feet hitting the hot asphalt streets were the sound of protests Sunday afternoon in East St. Louis. It was a silent protest, marking 107 years since the original silent parade.
While this was a silent protest, it still made noise. You have to make a sound to alert people to know that there is something wrong.
Protests hosted now and then by the NAACP. In 1917, it was in protest to violence against African Americans, including the East St. Louis riots where 40 people were killed. Fast forward to State Street in 2024. The message remains the same: stop the violence.
A lot of things are better, but there's still so much more to do.
Reginald Petty is 88 years old and has spent much of his life fighting for civil rights.
I spent a lot of time with Martin Luther King. I was at 2 of the Selma marches. And so our background is to make changes, but do them in the correct way.
He believes there's power in silence. But across the country this weekend, the cries rang out for justice. The calls for justice for Sonya Massey, the woman shot and killed by a sheriff's deputy in Springfield, Illinois, earlier this month. Activists across the country declared Sunday a national day of mourning for Massey, with marches and rallies stretching from Los Angeles to New York City.
The march, though it was silent, it was a notification that there is still a problem. And there is going to be a response to the action and the works that were done today. We may not see it today, but the work took place so that the necessary noise can be made, so that people know that we still have work to do. There is still a problem.
The now former sheriff's deputy Sean Grayson faces charges of first-degree murder in the death of Massey. He has pleaded not guilty and is being held without bond. In East St. Louis, Alexa Zotos, First Alert 4.